Welcome back to our channel. Previously in Ember in the Ashes, we saw that Laia, a scholar girl whose brother is arrested by the Empire, agrees to spy inside a brutal military academy. There she meets Elias, a soldier who secretly hates the Empire and dreams of freedom. Elias escapes the Empire with Laia's help. Together, they begin a fight against the Empire that could change their lives forever. On the other hand, Helene, Elias's best friend, faces a heartbreaking fate. While Elias and Laia escape, Helene chose to stay behind and was then marked as a traitor. Today, we are summarizing the second book in the series, A Torch Against the Night. This is the story of fugitives hunted by an empire, betrayals that cut deeper than steel, and a battle where survival itself comes at a terrible cost. The story begins with Elias Viturius and Laia of Serra being hunted as traitors by the Empire. Bounty hunters are chasing them through every city and along every road. Elias and Laia are not just running to save themselves, they are running toward Kauf prison, the most brutal fort the Empire has ever built. Laia came to know that her brother, Darin, had been transferred to Kauf prison, and if she fails to reach him in time, he will die. On the other side of the Empire, Helene is named the new Blood Shrike after a brutal investigation. As punishment, she is forced to become the Emperor's executioner. The new Emperor, Marcus, is not just cruel, he is unstable. To make sure Helene stays loyal, he imprisons her family and orders her to find Elias and kill him. Helene's soul shatters because proving her loyalty means killing the one person she loves most. Elias and Laia's journey takes them across the Empire, where they encounter the tribes and the mariners, people who resist martial rule and sail far beyond the Empire's reach. They were also encountered by supernatural forces that had existed long before the Empire, almost like shadowy jinns, silently watching everything from the dark. Along the way, Elias and Laia meet Afya Ara-Nur, a clever tribal merchant, her quiet brother, Gibran, Izzy, a scholar girl who lost an eye to martial cruelty, and Keenan, a rebel, a protector, and Laia's old friend, someone she believes she can trust. But trust in this world is dangerous. Keenan's kindness was only a mask. He was not a savior and not even human. He was the Nightbringer, an ancient jinn who had been manipulating Laia from the very beginning to obtain her armlet, a powerful fragment of a fallen star. In a moment of weakness, Laia gives him the armlet. The instant it leaves her hand, Keenan reveals his true form. The truth hits her like a blade. Laia feels deeply betrayed and begins to doubt her own judgment. Meanwhile, Elias grows weaker with every step, and every breath was bringing him closer to death. During their escape from Blackcliff, his mother, the Commandant, struck him with a blade coated in deadly nightweed poison. There is no cure for it, only time, and that time is slowly running out. As the poison spreads, Elias starts drifting into the waiting place, a strange, otherworldly realm between life and death. In this place, the dead whisper, and Shava, the soul catcher, awaits him. She tells him the harsh truth: he cannot escape death. Each time Elias slips into this realm, returning to the living world will become harder, and soon he might not return at all. Meanwhile, whenever Elias slips into the different realm, Laia gets terrified of losing Elias. She has already lost so much. But slowly Laia learns that courage is not the absence of fear. It is choosing to fight despite it. Helene becomes the Empire's shadow, following every trail that leads closer to Elias. She knows Emperor Marcus is cruel and unstable, but with her family imprisoned, she is trapped in a nightmare she cannot escape. Memories of the past haunt her, playing with Elias in the Blackcliff yards when they believed in honor and the Empire. But now she is the Blood Shrike, yet inside, she is still choosing who she will become. After returning to the living world, Elias continues his journey with Laia, and the two eventually make their way to Kauf prison. They discover that the prison is fueled by blood and ancient magic, ruled by a warden who is barely human. Despite his weakening body and spreading poison, Elias fights with all his strength, until he can fight no more. He collapses and slips into the waiting place at the worst possible moment. Now, Laia must complete the mission alone. In the next part of the story, various truths come to light. The Nightbringer's schemes run deep, and the Augurs have their own dark agenda. Elias discovers that his fate is bound to death itself. He is destined to become a soul catcher. Elias succeeded in freeing Darin, but the victory comes at a devastating cost. The knowledge Darin carries could change the course of the war forever. Nothing will ever be the same again. And once a torch is raised, the night will never be the same.